You know, I've painted boxes for quite a few years now, and it takes a lot out of you. It's expensive. It takes so much time to paint um, boxes. You know, you got to do a primer coat. You got to do two finish coats. You get, paint everywhere. It takes forever, probably over, 1 or 2 days to paint, you know, 10 or 20 boxes. Uh, if you saw, if you saw the clip just prior, you could see what. Uh, so I was looking for options, for thinking about options. For protecting my hives, but I tried the tung oil before, that didn't work. I tried the eco whatever, that uh, didn't seem like it did very well. I got a friend that uses it, and he seems to like it, but that's not for me. Um, but one of the things that I saw actually when I was working in commercial was wax dipping. Now, when I first heard wax dipping a couple of years ago, I just had visions of, you know, dipping your boxes, and with a ton of beeswax. I didn't really know, really what the process entailed. But you get into beekeeping for a while, and then you start learning a little bit more about it, and um, and it sounded pretty intriguing actually. So this spring, about a month ago, I put a note out on my local beekeeping chat group, and just I was looking. I had bought these 20 boxes, 10 lids, and 10 bottoms, and I was looking to see about getting them dipped. There's really, there's nobody out here that's going to be doing this, as a job. But thought maybe, somebody knew somebody that had a tank. Well, sure enough, I was contacted by a member of my local Central Wisconsin Marathon County Beekeepers Club. Kevin Kramer contacted me, and he's a hobbyist beekeeper like myself, and he didn't like painting any more than I did, and he went and invested and had a vat made, fabricated. Him and his partner Mark, and they had it fabricated so that they could dip their own hives. Now, they don't have a ton of hives, and it was quite a expensive undertaking, to say the least. I mean, not only you got to fabricate this thing, and you got to have the right, uh, power source for it, flame for it, enough BTUs. But you also have an initial investment in paraffin wax to fill this thing full. Well, in order to offset that cost, um, from time to time, he has hobby beekeepers like myself contact him, and he'll dip your boxes for you for a modest fee. That helps offset his costs. It sounded like a great way to get my boxes dipped and help him offset his cost of fabricating his vat. So sounded like a good swap, as it were. So we negotiated a price for it, which sounded fantastic to me. Wax dipping is one of those things where you should only have to do it once, and it should protect your boxes for 15 years or more, simply because the wax just impregnates inside the wood itself. And you want to watch this video that I'm going to show you on the wax dipping process, but I'm just going to show you what the end result is before you get to the video of us doing the wax dipping. So take a look at the end result, and then we'll come back. Well, what'd you think? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, yeah. You know, when you see what how the water beads up, and you know that you know the weather isn't going to beat up your boxes as much as it would if you know, you use tung oil or paint or anything else. I mean, paint mildews and you know, the tung oil you have to kind of redo every couple of years, and I'm sure with that eco whatever the heck it is called, you probably got to do the same thing with that. With this, you should be one and done, and it protects inside and out. You know, it's there's no real big residue on it, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. You know, I think my boxes look great. You know, I actually dumped that water on that video a while ago, and the water is actually still sitting on here, and I'm just dumping it off, and it doesn't soak in whatsoever on the top of the box. So that's pretty cool. But you know, like I said, my boxes should last 15 years or more. And then, you know, if they do get a little weather, you can re-dip them, you know, in 5 years or 10 years or something like that, or whatever. So, like I said, it saved me. I got there at 10 o'clock in the morning. He had the vat going early, got the vat up and running earlier in the morning, get the wax melted. He started on his own project before that. Him and Mark, Kevin and Mark, got the vat running, and they started on their own boxes. I got there at 10 a.m. and we started on my boxes right away. I was done by noon. So in 2 hours, got 20 boxes, 10 lids, and 10 bottom boards, all done. And you know, like I said, it was a huge time saver for me. My boxes are done. I don't have to worry about them anymore. Now I can just keep my bees, and I'm super, super happy. I didn't have a major investment in buying, you know, all this wax. So, you know, if you're in central Wisconsin, I urge you to, you know, contact Kevin on Facebook, through Facebook. You can find him on the Central Wisconsin Marathon County Beekeepers Association Facebook site, or you can, if you find him on Facebook, he's from Colby, Wisconsin, and just send him a message and say you're interested. Now he's not going to sit there and piddle around with 5 boxes that you got to dip. But what he might do is, you know, if there's a few people that you know, want to dip their boxes all at one time, well, that's worth it for him to crank up the propane and get the vat going, and you can dip yours and maybe a few other people's boxes all at one time. So it makes it worth his while to stick around. Now, I urge you that if you contact him, make the appointment with him, you got to negotiate your fee. When you you know, set your the date that you're going to do it. You know, we're all hobbyists. We all have other jobs. We have jobs that we got to do, and we have things that we got to take care of at home. If you're going to set an appointment, make the appointment. You know, if you're going to set it at 10 a.m., don't make them wait around for you till noon. Be there at 10 a.m. Just, you know, help a guy out, and this can be beneficial for all parties involved. I think it's great to contact other beekeepers. You know, this guy can do this guy can do this, and it's just, and we just sat and chewed the fat, you know, while we were dipping boxes, and it was good to meet up with other beekeepers. So why don't you, you know, I shot different parts of this video. It's not really an interview type video, but I just wanted to show the process with this. Now they use like roughly 2/3 paraffin wax and 1/3 microsilica. You know, that's not exact, but it's close. You know, I didn't get the exact formula, but you know, Kevin's still tweaking it. Like I said, you know, he's a new hobbyist as well, and this is new for him. So why don't you take a look at the video of the process? I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, 2 hours, you got 20 boxes done, 10 lids, 10 bottoms. You're in and out. You know, for most hobby beekeepers, 2 hours of your time, you know, plus traveling out there, that's nothing. You know, like I said, consider it. as an option rather than painting your boxes.
Propane,
I think
huh?
you'd be happy for it.
Yep, there's like a regular turkey fire burning under there.
Yeah, I didn't put in my feeder holes. Figured I'd do that later. I probably should have done it first, but
For another round.
Yeah, I made these big woods work better than else. Don't flop it.
so from what I understand, that wax kind of like gets right into the wood. It's like soaks
Yep.
up right into
Yeah,
the grain.
Like the wax at 250 degrees, you know, water evaporates at 212.
Right.
So as it boils the moisture out of the wood, and then when the wood cools off, it sucks the wax inside.
Sucks the wax and that microcrystalline inside.
Yep, and that microcrystalline is like a hardener. Keep the part from
That should
waxing.
protect your boxes for 15 years or better, huh?
Yep, that's what they claim.
You know?
That's what the guys are using it for.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, with paintings, it just takes so long, and then you got to do it, you know, every 5 years or so, and it starts flaking off. And mildewing, you get that mildew too, you know, on it. I don't see that with the wax ones.
No, because like in the morning, you go out there and that'll all be beaded up on the bottom board, and they just
Yeah,
flap
they
their
just fan
wings
it out.
and it just runs
It's just
right
gone. Just runs right out, huh?
Yep.
That's nice.
out. We'll see.
How-
It was an investment to get it all set up, but hopefully it turns out.
Did you have it made or did you just buy it?
This is custom made.
This is custom made? Maybe I can get you some extra business. Help pay for it, huh?
Be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we're
wax
open.
is the worst. That's
What's that?
the wax is the worst.
Upfront cost of the wax? Yeah. How many boxes? I mean, like, how much does how many pounds of wax is this initial?
550, 600 in here.
No, this has got 2.5 gallons an inch, so 2.5 times 22.
2.5 gallons of wax per inch.
Yep. Yeah, this tank is 30 inches tall
Mm-hmm.
and 2 by 2, 2 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah, you gotta have about 300 pounds.
300
to
pounds.
start.
300 pounds, start.
But you can get, looks like you can probably get quite a few boxes out of that. You just have to have enough coverage. And you soak them for how long?
About 10, 12 minutes.
10, 12 minutes? Can you tell the moisture content in the wood just by watching the foam?
Well, if they're really wet, some wood is. It seemed like that kiln dried stuff we got from the
Yeah.
yards was worse.
The kiln dried stuff was the worst? Really?
Oh, we'd have a hard time keeping the tank.
Oh, is that right? It would just foam right out?
Yep. It must get like a hard on the outside, and the inside must be still wet.
Still wet, huh?
So now I got different places to buy lumber. It's pretty nice. For now, until a guy can't do it anymore.
Sure, sure.
You know, I built so much, so many hours in a day. There's no good comes from that, you know, but what I do with my mittens.
You're using welding gloves, huh? Only thing to keep the heat away?
Yep. You can still feel the heat through the gloves, but
Oh, yeah.
That's mine. That over there. That's fine. I can put it there. Put it on there.
No, they're not going to stand. Actually, well, that's all right.
That pretty much all soaks in when it's it.
Yep.
Just disappears.
Just pulls it right in, huh?
yep. Oh, pretty much foam in there and all.
Bees are busy today.
Are they?
Yep.
They'll be in the apple tree.
How many hives you got, Kevin? 12?
For now.
Yeah, that's what we always say, right? For now. You always got to end that statement, and for now.
Yeah, pretty much. Fitting. What's too fitting?
Sure. $250. That's right where we want it. He keeps saying that like the man must be hot.
It starts to come through.
Yeah.
Gotta get that
Where can, here we go. Let's go. How can people get a hold of you to get their boxes dipped?
Probably on Facebook's probably easiest.
Facebook, Kevin Kramer?
Yep.
Okay.
Kramer.
Okay. From Colby, Wisconsin. He probably doesn't want his phone number out on the internet.
Probably not.
Not right now, but contact Kevin, message him on Facebook. He's a member of the Marathon County Beekeepers Club, Central Wisconsin Marathon County Beekeepers Club, and you can find him there probably as well if you put a note about wanting to get your boxes dipped if you live around Central Wisconsin. And he'll talk to you about price and everything else. And when you make an appointment, make sure you make the appointment because we're all hobbyists and we all got other things to do, so there you go. Well, what'd you think? That was a pretty neat little process, to say the least. I enjoyed it. Yeah, contact Kevin and Mark, and they'll hook you up and get you taken care of if you're from Central Wisconsin, and you guys can figure out a day and a time to get them done for you. I had to reschedule twice because of rain, but we finally got it done. Today was a good day. So Till next time, happy beekeeping. Remember, all beekeeping is local. Take care.